Hello and welcome to Geekatplay Studio Tutorials. In this tutorial, we'll work on this image processing, doing a little bit of the frequency separations, and as well fixing some of those wrinkles and adjusting this image as well as color corrected. So we're going to begin by opening in Camera Raw. And I will work as an 8-bit image. If you're working for the require higher resolution for the 16-bit, you can always change by selecting image and switch to the 16-bit channel. For the purpose of this tutorial and so we can process a little bit faster on some filters, I will be using 8-bit. Our resolution is native from the camera, 3840 by 5760, and was shot on a Canon 5D Mark III. You also can look on additional properties as we're going along. First, what I'm going to do, it is modify or apply lens correction. So I'm going to remove chromatic abbreviation, and mostly you can see it will happen like right here. You can see have a little bit of the cyan color popping up. So by applying, we can remove it if it's, you can see already it's clean edges. If we require to adjust some perspective on the lenses, you always can go select and profile, enable profile, and it will select it properly for this. So you can see before and after. I want to leave it some distortions created by lens, so I will use it only the remove chromatic abbreviation. Next, what I'm going to do is actually zoom in, and in some cases people will use it the sharpness is the last. In my case, I will start with the sharpness so I can see some distortions will create it, and I can fix them a little bit later. So in next steps, about between 60 to 90 it's safe area, and when we zoom in, you can see right here we start receiving this grain kind of effect. Put it right there. We'll take a little bit decrease on details. Okay, and now I can start a little bit readjusting with coloring. Also notice right here we have it highlights we're shooting, so we'll take our highlights and bring them down, maybe to the level so it's can visible. Okay, we do have it a little bit flattened, but it's okay, we'll bring back afterwards. And I will also actually shadows I want to bring a little bit out of. To do this, it's bring some problems. For example, we will have it some digital noise introduction here by increasing our shadows. But with the workflow what I'm going to apply, we actually will work very well with that. They also will use it some frequency separation to clean up stuff. Okay. Next, what I want to do, we did flatten, but I want to bring some details on the facial mostly up. I'm going to HSL grayscale, select luminance tab, and we'll take oranges and bring this up. You can see it will add some highlights, so it's what I want to do this, and add a little bit more on a yellow. We can also zoom kind of back, and you can apply if you have any other colors. You can also darken, bring brighter them, maybe bring just chair, see if we want a little bit darker maybe. Okay, and we'll just applying and see how well. I think maybe even highlight a little bit lighter. So this way we're recompensating for this highlights that we reduce it, so we can have it a little bit overblown, bring back. Let me go bring back right here. We can look more on the noise that created by our sharpness, and I can bring a little bit compensation for luminance, so it will reduce slightly of that effect, just a little bit reduce noise. Okay, let's go zoom back out, and now I'm going to tone curves, and we'll just look on overall highlights, so we can bring just a little bit curve back. still have a little bit right here overexposure, so we'll fix this. After I think this is okay for now to start working, I'm going to open other image. You always can open other copy or open a smart object if you hold down Shift key. For purpose of this tutorial, I will just open as open image, just normal image. So right here it will create for us layer, and I want just create a simple frequency separation. So I'm going to duplicate this layer twice. We'll go first low, let's go high. Okay, next we can select low and click on this eye icon so that our high layer is not visible right now. Okay, let's go ahead. You can zoom in. Okay, and at this point I want to go filter, blur, and we'll use it surface blur. In some cases you maybe want to use it Gaussian blur, but this will have a problem with some edges, so I do like use its surface blur. And you notice right here it's just detect where the surface come and help us kind of cut off on those. So we'll reduce a little bit angle, and normally I'm just come closer to the face and just see where we have it, some grain appear. I think this is about a very good resolution for that. Okay, you notice right here we have it, some remove wrinkles. Go click OK. Take a second, applied. Next we'll go re-enable height, and we'll go to image. We'll go to apply image. Let's select our lower layer in the layers, and we want to go to what's few options. So okay, and this is add mode we will use if we're using 16-bit, and in this case you want to use a 2 and 0. For the 8-bit we want to use the actual subtract, and we want to use it scale 2. We want to use it offset 128, and we need just disable invert, so it's kind of gray. Again, it just depends if you use 16-bit. Remember, you want to switch to the add, scale 2, offset 2, and enable invert. For the 8-bit, we'll use it subtract 2, 128. Okay, let's go click OK. And we can switch a little bit later this to linear mode, so it will apply proper lighting. For now, I want just a retouch low, so we'll go create new layer. Okay, and we'll go to link this layer or parenting to below. You can do this by press and hold down Alt key, move your mouse, and you'll see you have an icon appear, so you can kind of masking or parenting them. As the retouch layer is selected, at this point we can go zoom in a little bit closer to the face. We'll go to use it a mixed brush, so it's kind of combination between smudge tool and brush. And I like to set my wet 10, load 25, mix about between 20 and 25, and flow 25, so you can experiment with this. Be sure a sample or layers is enabled as well. Okay, let's start working on our face in the next tutorial.